Opens to the public, and the public is here. We'll have a live report coming up.
And the stars want to be part of it. New York, New York.
And a man suspected of murder takes his life in a 5-hour standoff with police.
You're watching News 13 Inside Las Vegas. Now from KTNB Studios, good morning, Las Vegas.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 6 o'clock right now. The Strip's newest mega resort is open for business.
The New York, New York Hotel and Casino opened up to the public just hours ago. And that's where News 13's Sean Smith is standing by. Sean, how's the excitement there?
Well, I got to tell you, for 3 years, the anticipation has been building. And so far, it seems as though New York is having a great opening. Let's take a look now at the crowd. Now, just a half hour ago, it was crowded, but as you can see now, it is packed. It's tough for people to even move around inside. Pretty much people at the slot machines and at the tables. There's 70. What have we got here? We've got 71 tables, 2,400 slot machines, and a packed house. Now, I got to tell you, folks have been waiting for this for a long time, both here in America and abroad, and we talked to some of the folks about how they like New York, New York, and here's what they had to say.
It's amazing. It's like no other casino here. I think it got the MGM beat. It's really nice. I have been in New York before, and it's pretty similar from the outside. It looks just like it.
Fantastic. Stupendous. We've come up, well, I've come from England, and Chrissy's come from Australia. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's just, this is my lucky dollar. Look, I have got, seriously, this is my lucky dollar. I'm going to take it everywhere with me. Pretty similar. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So I've lost all Dad's money. Sorry, Dad.
Have you ever been in New York?
No, and that's the one thing. I always wanted to go to New York, so I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, all right. The Statue of Liberty. Hi, Mom!
All right, now they are excited about that. Now, we got to tell you, the roller coaster opens at about noon, and folks are ready to ride that too. It apparently goes about 70 miles per hour, and I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited. This old boy from New York also wants to ride. Back to you guys.
With your hands up, right? All right,
That's
Sean.
it.
Yeah, screaming. And I hope they take one of those pictures where your face is always, you know, just kind of pushed back. Thanks, Sean.
All right.
Well, the New York, New York Mega Resort hosted its VIP preview last night. Now, News 13's Kim Sherwood spoke with some of the stars in attendance.
It's definitely a place you can stay and never leave in Las Vegas. Woo! There goes the roller coaster! I love New York. It's just so festive here.
A little bit of neon mixed in, a little bit of the taxi cab, a little bit of the traffic. Hello!
You'd think this was Fifth Avenue with all the limos and taxis lined up. A couple thousand special guests arrived in tux and sequins for the grand opening of New York, New York, Las Vegas style.
But it was kind of Las Vegas, wasn't it? So it's kind of come full circle now.
Friends, fans, even the competition came to soak up the Big Apple style.
It's fun to see what they've done because it's so outrageous. I mean, most of the, you know, the other hotels are interesting, but this thing is such a nutty idea that you can't help but love it.
On the menu, a chef's delight and an eye-opening evening.
Yeah, the best casino in Las Vegas.
Everything I looked at has just been wonderful.
It's like this bizarre, surrealistic hybrid of the East Coast and Las Vegas. It's great. I'm having a good time. Welcome to New York, New York.
Kim Sherwood, News 13.
Now, walking through the hotel Central Park. In fact, 60% of the casino is in a park-like area, complete with trees and a lake. There are 71 tables and 2,400 slot machines in the 84,000-square-foot casino. And if you plan to stay at the hotel, you can choose from one of 2,035 rooms. What New York City replica would be complete without the Statue of Liberty? The model here at the hotel is 150 feet tall. That's half as tall as the real Lady Liberty, and she weighs 150 tons compared to her 225 tons for her big sister.
A little weight loss New Year's resolution there, I think. Well, one of the landmarks recreated at New York, New York is the Brooklyn Bridge. It's about 1/5 the size of the original. It took 4 months to complete, considerably less than the 16 years it took to build the Big Apple version. And to top it all off, Coney Island has, excuse me, also made its appearance in Las Vegas. The central attraction is the roller coaster called the Manhattan Express. It's a 4-minute ride that reaches speeds of nearly 70 miles per hour. Now, if you'd like to try your hand at this thrill ride, it opens to the public today at noon.
And we're supposed to see Sean Smith on it.
That's right. You know, there are also their fleet of limousines are painted like New York taxi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're limousines also.
Exactly. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Also inside Las Vegas, the Valley's first murder of the year ends in a standoff suicide.
Friday night in the big city, New York, that is, the newest casino in Las Vegas is taking on its first weekend crowd and battling the first weekend traffic jam, too. It rivals even the bumper-to-bumper mess on the streets of the real New York City.
In tonight's News 13 Extra, Christine Mahoney joins us live from the corner of Trop and the Strip. Just how congested is it out there?
It's pretty congested. As you know from living here, this is the busiest corner on the Strip to begin with, and add to it an opening like this one of a major hotel casino, and you have what we call gridlock. Let's take a look at a live picture now from our News 13 mass cam and show you exactly what we have going on. Several people have been lining up there on Tropicana eastbound to make U-turns to come into the parking area here, and it is very congested, even with foot traffic, even at this hour. Nearly 80,000 people pack in the Big Apple on the Strip. So many, it's filled to capacity.
What we did is we shut down the entrances for just a brief time so we could just regroup a little bit and get some service to all the customers that we do have. And then we started letting people in groups of 20, 50 as we could accommodate them on the floor.
Besides the fact that everyone's friendly, it's really not so different from the hustle and bustle of the real New York City. Las Vegas drivers are plunged into the traffic jams around this city within a city. But so far, they've managed to avoid taking on New York cabbie attitude.
The traffic is terrible. It was about 45 minutes just to go from Flamingo to Trop. Yeah. But the people are pretty nice. It's bumper to bumper, but people made room for another.
There are lines for everything: parking, food, and the Manhattan Express roller coaster. Now, tell me how long you had to wait in line.
About 2 hours and a half.
It's worth it. It's worth it. If I had some more money, I'd go back on.
Here's another live picture on our News 13 mass cam showing plenty of taxis still lined up, and New York officials maybe thought that it might thin out a little bit, but it has not. There are huge crowds lined up all around me. Folks are having a great time, but of course, be patient. It is pretty crowded out here. Reporting live, I'm Christine Mahoney.
That is certainly the hot spot these days, isn't it?
It is, and at least the weather is cooperating for everybody waiting in those lines.